Hello, welcome back to another video. Say it is Psgl, second to last round I believe, third to last round actually, at Mexico. Heading into this round, we're still in the championship hunt against Barry Borman and Thomas Runha. Been quite a uphill battle, just ultimately being on the back foot on pace against those two the whole game. I'm a bit ill, hence why the throat or whatever you want to call it, bad voice. I don't know. I sound a bit dead. But yeah, this is actually my first Q1 run in the background. I will do a lap, probably do my Q3 one, commentate over that, but yeah, like I said, heading into this round, we're still in the championship hunt, also still in the championship hunt for WR, so yeah, it's been, with all things considering who we're racing it against as well, and how we fared up against them in F1 Esports, it's been pretty comforting to be just fighting them constantly and being there. We haven't had the pace, granted, but been putting up a fight to them no matter what. So yeah, once we do get the pace, hopefully on F123 it comes back to me. I'm hoping anyway. Yeah, we'll just skyrocket and we can hopefully just be up there with them all the time, fighting for the championships every single time, and hopefully my plan is to beat them. But yeah, you can see it in this quali. Barry Bowman top in the session, that's what I mean, a tenth and a half faster than us, and we both only did one run, so it's like, yeah, we're a little bit of a pace disadvantage. Probably at just over a tenth, I'd say, tenth and a half average off them on this game, which is, people are probably sitting there like, oh, that's nothing. Wait,
of the turn 1 Apex.
yeah, that's nothing. I thought I said that wrong. But obviously, as everyone knows, 10th and a half in esports, if you make a 10th and a half mistake in F1 esports, you're going to be going from P1 to P20, no matter what. So yeah, it's not ideal, to say the least. And a 10th and a half is quite major, if we're being honest. It's, in my opinion, it's, well, for the standard I want to be at, it's unacceptable to be that far off. I don't want to be this far off them. But then again, like I said, it's given me confidence that I'm still in the championship with them, even though I'm this much slower in quali, especially. So yeah, it's definitely all still to play for. A little bit behind, 10-12 points maybe, I think. And if people don't know, the point system is a little bit different to like normal F1 and F1 esports. It's 16 points for a win, so 10 points off is quite a lot bigger than what you'd be 10 points off in a normal championship standing.
Yeah. It's quite crucial for softs.
As you hear in the background, that's Ben Goldie. He's back.
What do you want to do? Do you want to save them for the race or get straight out on them? Q3.
I get up out on them, I think.
Okay.
As you hear there, me and Ben discussing what to do. Ben Goldie, my F1 esports engineer, the GOAT. Yeah. He's engineering me for this race, and yeah, bit weird, as I haven't had an engineer for like the past probably what 10-12 races. So yeah, having Ben back is good. Give me confidence in the strategy. Well, more confidence in the strategy. And just overall gaps, telling me where people are. Yeah, it's very helpful, but Also, I do like just being by myself, working out for myself. I think it's very valuable. But anyway, skipped all the way through quali. Into Q3, we're currently P2, and this is a lap we need to nail to get pole position. It's definitely in there, but just got a nail lap just at 100 meters, turning in, hitting both the inside curves pretty nicely. I was on quite a high wing compared to everyone else, so hence first sector's going to be quite down. But through turn, oh, that's wide. That is horrible. Probably half tenth gone there, I'd say. You see, we're now half a tenth down on our banker, which wasn't very good in the first place.
Screen freeze.
As there was actually some screen freezing in this session, as you'll hear about more. But now flinging it flat out through the middle sector, taking that very nicely. Into the last sector, 10th and a half down on Barry now, so it's been an absolutely horrible lap. Yeah, just see on the left there, the icon pops up. We're getting, probably got about three, I think I remember 3-4 screen freezes. Another one into that final corner when the
nice.
icon
Screen freeze mid-lap.
popped up.
Jesus.
As I say there, loads of screen freezes, but still to a 0.5.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
Screen freezes.
respectable.
I say we go. I'm gonna keep driving just.
But now
Might
into
have
the
seen
race,
wrong, so
we
yeah,
did get
just
P2 because
go for
Otis
it.
did get a penalty of some sort. So yeah, pretty decent. Right behind Barry Borman, it's 5 red lights, and away we go. What's the start like? Really good. Getting right up, well, nearly alongside Barry. Barry covers the inside. We don't really care about overtaking him right now. We're just about defending Wilson as Wilson gets blocked in behind us. We're going to go to the outside of Barry. Wilson goes to the outside of us. Little collision with Wilson actually. But we'll make it through turn 1, 2 and 3 relatively unscathed. Now it's just a case of staying with Barry, doing our best, keep pace with him, because Barry was really quick this race, really fast. I don't know if you can see that, Barry's car's juttering a little bit forward and backwards. That is the screen freezing, that's not Barry lagging, this is just the amount of screen freezes that was going on for some reason this night with my PC. I believe I've sorted it out, but yeah, it was a struggle. It really was this race. Just felt so slow, so little confidence, and now to make it even worse, we've got Max Whistle coming up behind us on the softs. So yeah, he won't be a threat in this race, but it's just like annoying. You see Barry 8 tenths ahead now, so we are really struggling now. 9 tenths ahead now. As it looks like we're going to get dropped here. But Max Whistle, here he comes on the soft tyres. I'm not really sure why he started on softs. Bit of a weird one, but hey ho. Everyone's entitled to do their own strategy. But yeah, so at the moment, this race is going terribly. We're ahead of one championship rival, but behind another one who looks a lot quicker than us right now. I think on average we're losing about 3.5, 4 attempts a lap. You see here, we're just...
What the hell happened there? Right, concentration. Oh, it's not ideal.
We're just struggling so much. Like I could not understand why I was like this in this race.
This is definitely not how it was in practice.
You see it. There might be a thing where the screen freezing gets worse on a full lobby. So yeah, we're just really struggling at the moment. As Max Whistle peels off into the pit lane, and now we've got a 1.5 second gap to Barry Boromand, and now we've got to close that down. We got to do what we can to close that gap down. 1.3, 1.2, 1.1 it's going to go. And now we're nearly back in DRS. 1.0, we're going to get another dose of DRS up this next straight. As my screen has turned off, that's fantastic. Anyway, back onto the race. Another dose. I should have kept it on here. I really should have kept it on there. But I didn't. 9/10 now, gain a little bit more. Purple in the first sector, nearly dropping Wilson out behind. A sub goes off, for cheers for that sub. 1.0 now. Using the battery once again. Barry, 1.0 ahead still. This is where we should be quicker though. But we're just not. We've just lost a tenth and a half through there. Okay, I'm struggling to realize where I lost that tenth and a half, not gonna lie. Lap 11, that's 1.5, so we just don't have Barry's pace at all. Even without the screen freezing, I am 100% certain that I was not quicker than Barry. In the race, probably a tenth,
Just keep doing what you're doing.
tenth and a half lap off, but yeah, in this race I was about 3.5 tenths off each lap, and it was just such a struggle to
Oh my god.
it was just, yeah, it was a nightmare. Lap 18, 3.6. So yeah, he's just struggling on exit. Lap 19 starting now.
That Mert going.
Mirko Soriano comes into pits. Wilson Hughes is going for a move on us, and yeah, this is just been the most struggle. I've never struggled so much in a race in my life. This has been insane. I can remember it so clearly, just being horrible to drive. But yeah, we're still in a decent position. P1 is pretty much off the cards, but yeah, we're still in a decent position to get a P2 here, if everything goes well. But now we've got Thomas Ronald, and everyone knows how quick he is at the moment, up behind us. So yeah, lap 21, Wilson pit the lap before. We're going to come in at 1 lap later, because a lap older tyres is quite valuable around here. Spot in the pit lane, nicely done. That's about the most skillful thing I've done this race so far. Wilson's that
Slowly
orange
getting used
dot
to
you
this
see in the
thing,
bottom left.
Not ideal though.
He's here. I'm starting to get used to all the
Amen.
screen freezing,
Maybe.
which is not what you want to hear, but yeah, you got to get on with it. So yeah, you see that Wilson comes out about two and a bit seconds behind. Otis Lawrence 1.5 behind, in front, sorry. With a 3-second penalty, so he's not really going to be an issue in this race. I mean, I think he pitted quite early, so. Also, he's burning his ERS to get up to the back of Mirko, so yeah, by this point I know it's going to be an easy move on Otis, as he's not really saving his ERS, he's kind of just going all guns blazing to try get past Mirko. But yeah, now through the middle for the first time, 1.9 behind, but obviously we have been on cold tyres, and now it's starting to even out. We've got Thomas Ronald behind, looking quick as ever, 2 seconds behind, but now this is where I expect the tyres to be really in their zone and coming back to us to close the gap into Otis, Mirko and Wilson.
Got about 15% more than Wilson.
As Ben says there, we've got about 15% more than Wilson, who's heading the train ahead. So yeah, but into turn 1 now on lap 25 of 36. You see it, Otis has missed his braking point.
Okie dokie.
Completely clattered into the back of Mirko.
Oh my god.
And yeah, 2 free positions. That is perfection, lads. The only issue this has caused for us is now it's let Wilson get quite a healthy advantage on us. 11 laps to go, 2.1 to gain. So yeah, it's going to be a decent challenge because obviously Wilson's a very quick driver. Heading on to lap 31, ending 30, starting lap 31 now, 1.4. So yeah, we're definitely going to be in his DRS by the time the end of the race, but yeah, that happened. Thomas Ronner makes the move on us, and yeah, now it's just got a lot harder. And there was 0 point of me defending that. I just would not be able to. It was just the smart option to let him go, let him get the DRS on Wilson, because he probably will get it this lap round, using a bit of his battery that he saved up behind me, and just overall pace. I think he's got the legs on me in this race, to catch Wilson a bit quicker. So yeah, Thomas makes the move. Lap 34 now. He's stuck. Great. He's stuck behind Wilson for a lot longer than I thought he would. But now, starting 35, you see, yeah, he's going for the move. Alvaro close in behind us, looking for a move on us. And yeah, Wilson down into P3, and ultimately that is the position we need. Yeah, it's going to be near on impossible to get anywhere higher, because Thomas is just, yeah, he's too far ahead now. Well, he's got a car in between him and probably more battery than us, because we were the one setting the pace, to try and catch up to Wilson. So yeah, now it's pretty much time that we've got to try and catch Wilson out, somewhere around this lap. But you see, we're just not taking any lines anywhere close to the apexes, and we're now 4 tenths behind. Into the last sector, we were very strong here though. See, 3 tenths behind. He's got a bit of a gap ahead, so he's not getting as much dirty air than us, but we do have more tire grip than him. 4 tenths ahead now. Wilson puts on the battery. He keeps on the battery a bit longer than us. We're going to turn it off just to try and use it a better opportunity around the lap. 5 tenths now ahead. Wilson, you see, is flashing. We've still got 20%, so we've used IRS pretty nicely there. Just got to find a gap to open it up, and yeah, use all the remaining ERS we have to make a move on him. Now he's really close in behind Thomas, so this is our opportunity to get close to him. See, now we're visibly really a lot closer. He's getting a lot more dirty air from the car ahead. And now through the S's, this is where we have to nail it to maybe get an opportunity. See, he's really getting some dirty air now from being close, but now as he drops back through the dirty air, he's going to be easily back on the power. But now he's flashing. We're gaining on him, but it's not enough at the moment. Are we going to go for a send a lot later on the brakes? Wilson doesn't cover the inside, but we go deep, try and get the switch back, but there's just nothing we can do. One more lap and we would have probably had him.
Bro,
but
what an awful race.
As I say, what an awful race.
I don't know if it's PC or just the game. I can't be bothered if I'm just going to be racing on that the whole time though.
You see, I'm raging, but yeah, that happens. Not much we can do about it. GG to the top 3, Barry, Thomas and Wilson. Yeah, not really much we can do. We are near enough out the championship now, which is not ideal, but yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. Still got WR to fight for against Thomas and Longe in the final. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.